Hello everybody, this is the topic 4 video for chapter 5, word problems involving inequalities. For word problems, there's a few things we need to do. First, define our variable. Second, write the inequality. Third, solve the inequality. And then last, we need to, because it's a word problem, answer it in context. Explain what does that solution to the inequality mean. So if we look at our first problem, we've got gasoline costing $3.50 per gallon. So it's asking how many gallons of gasoline can Jan buy for $24. So $3.15 per gallon is important. We don't know how many gallons, but we do know we have $24. So our variable is going to be the number of gallons. So we're going to multiply the price of the gallons times the number of gallons, and because Jan only has $24, that's going to be on the other side, but we need to think about the inequality. She can't spend more than $24, but she can spend $24 or less, so we need less than or equal to. So that's our second part. Now we need to actually solve it. Divide both sides by $3.15, and we get, when we round, about 7.6, because it did say round to the nearest tenth. But what does this mean in context? It means that Jan can buy up to 7.6 gallons. So she can buy less than that, but she just can't buy more than that. Our second problem, we've got Maria. She wants to remain on the cheerleading squad, but she must attend at least 3/5 of the study table sessions offered. She attends 15 sessions. She meets the requirements, but what is the least amount of study table sessions? So we see the word at least, and we see 3/5 of the study table sessions, and we also know she attended 15. Our variable is the number of sessions offered. So that brings me to realize that the question they ask isn't worded greatly. Get rid of the word least and then add the word offered at the end. I think that makes a little bit more sense. So she has 3/5 of the study table sessions offered, which is X, so we multiply, and it has to be at least, so that means 15 or more. So we need a greater than or equal to 15, because 15 was okay, but if she goes to more, that's totally fine too. So when we go to solve this, we need to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, and we get X is greater than or equal to 25. So in context, what is the least amount of study table sessions offered? There are 25 sessions offered or more. Right. Next, we've got Amanda's babysitting at $8 per hour to earn money for a car. She already has saved $1,300. She wants to buy a car that's at least $5,440. So when we look at this, we have a budget. So there's a couple important things. $8 per hour. She already has $1,300, and she needs at least $5,440 for that car. The question asks how many hours. So that's our variable. And I'll use H for the number of hours. So we'll multiply number of hours times 8, because that's how much she's making per hour. And she already has $1,300 saved up, so we can add that to what she's making babysitting. At least shows she wants $5,440 or more, so that means we need a greater than or equal to sign. Because it's okay if she makes more money than she needs, but she needs at minimum that amount. So we'll go ahead and solve, subtract $1,300 from both sides, and divide both sides by H. So we do get a decimal, so we'll round up because it's 0.5, and so that means Amanda must work at least. So again, we see that word at least. She can always work more than that, but the minimum, 518 hours. Next, we've got of students surveyed, fewer than 84 said they have never purchased an item online. This is about 1/8. How many students were surveyed? So fewer than 84 is going to go on the right side of our inequality, and then 1/8 of those surveyed is on the left. So that means our variable is the number of students that were surveyed. So we're going to multiply that variable X by 1/8, because it's 1/8 of those were fewer than 84. So fewer is another word for less than. So we need less than 84. To solve, multiply by the reciprocal, which is 8 over 1, or just 8. And we get X is less than 672. So that means 672 or less students were surveyed, because we do have that less than sign. Our last question might come in handy for you guys. Dominic earned the following 3 scores in Algebra 1. What is the lowest score you can earn on the 4th test to have a test average of at least 83? So again, what does the word average mean? Well, that means we add them all up and divide by the number of things. So we have 4 tests, so we're going to divide by 4, but we don't know that 4th test, so that's going to be our variable X. We do know he wants at least an 83, so it's okay if it's more than 83, but it has to be 83 or more, so that's why we need a greater than sign. And I did forget to define my variable. X is the fourth test score. So before I solve, I'm going to combine those like terms in the numerator, and I get 252. And to solve, multiply both sides by 4, and then minus 252 from each side. So I get X is greater than or equal to 80, meaning he can score at least an 80% or better. It's always good to do better than an 80, but hey, that's the minimum he needs for that 83 average. Right? You're going to go ahead and do those U tries, and that will conclude your homework for tonight.